no silence. She hold my bread like my foot. She my dirty Diana, and I'm her grown up Michael.
What's up, check? Y'all come on in.
Simmons guy, huh? They motherfucking know, baby. Yeah. Bitch.
Now, Pooh.
Yeah, next time I see you, bitch, I'm a sexy bitch, yeah, on some sexy shit.
Y'all know we right here in Memphis.
Shit, yeah, selling rocks and shit. I'm a street doctor, bitch, yeah, straight doctor.
Yeah.
Moonwalk on her, yeah, moonwalk and jack.
So what's up, y'all? We talking about that Pooh, and y'all know we right here in Memphis, so we got all the info. Right? We cover it first. Our news channels cover it first here in Memphis. This Pooh Shiesty shit. Man, when I say it's horrible, I mean it's horrible, y'all.
Lift that dress up that part. Give me pussy and cock, and I'ma drive it in park. Next time I see you, bitch, I'ma sex you, bitch. On some sexy shit, yeah. Fuck the cops and shit, yeah. Selling rocks and shit. I'm a street doctor, bitch, yeah. Straight
Y'all come on in, like the video, subscribe to the channel. Y'all know what we doing. We getting into that Pooh Shiesty shit. I'm rolling me up right quick. I've been talking so much, researching so much. I ain't even had time to roll me up. What's up? Come on in, like the video, subscribe to the channel. We finna get on that Pooh Shiesty shit. Bond denied. Feds say they got the video.
With no silence, she hold my bread like my foot. She my dirty Diana, and I'm her grown up Michael.
Yeah. Y'all comment down below so I can make sure I shout my chat out. Anybody who comes in the chat, remember, comment down below so I can shout you out after you like and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Right? If you're already subscribed, after you like the video, comment down below. Let me know you like the video, and I'm gonna shout you out if you're already subscribed. Yeah, the feds got his ass. And I told y'all that 2 months ago, when everybody was saying that, 2 months ago, when everybody was saying that Pooh Shiesty might get off, cause Gucci Mane ain't saying nothing. Gucci Mane ain't gonna testify. Gucci Mane bought out a single called Crash Dummy 2 months ago. A couple of days after the shit happened to him with Pooh Shiesty and what them niggas called Chopper Gang. Yeah, Pooh Shiesty and Chopper Gang. And I told y'all, I said, yeah, Gucci Mane ain't gonna say nothing as far as him walking into a detective or police station or walking into the court writing a statement. But he's a rapper. He wrote his statement in the single that he dropped a couple of days after it happened, and everybody because the first day after it happened, everybody was like, hell no. Shiesty, that little nigga. Everybody was like, hell no, not Gu-wop. Man, Gu-wop ain't going for that shit. We like, he's scared, if anything. Pooh Shiesty scared, if anything, to even approach Gucci like that. But see, that's the, if we not Generation Z, Like, I'm not Generation Z, I'm 35. Right? I'm Generation. My little sister is Generation Y. And this is Generation Z. The thing is, I was raised all through the early 2000s. I was young. I listened. I hated Gucci Man music back then. But I lived in the hood. Right? And true enough, I wanted to be gangster. Right? I wanted to be a gangster nigga. So I hung around the gangsters. My grandmama, who raised me, she was a mother to the hood. The hood area that I live, all the big gangsters, all the big dope boys called my grandma mama. Cause she was the type, if they wasn't around and they little girlfriend or whoever they dating or they baby mama wasn't around, they kids know me, right? So I already got a relationship with their kids, the young gangsters, right? The young niggas that's whooping niggas' asses and beating niggas' ass. I got a relationship with them as a kid. But all of those young niggas respect my grandma, right? I respect they dad, whoever they dad is, whether he the biggest dope boy, the biggest gang member. I respect them. Around them, smoke with them, they smoke with me, but I always got my own. And that's one thing a dope man respect. They selling it loud. They said back then it was Reggie. You know what I'm saying? It was loud back then, but loud was costing 20, depending on what it was. The low grade loud was costing $25 a gram. The high grade loud would be anywhere from $25 a gram to $60 a gram. Then the Supreme loud, stuff like Perp, the real Perp, right? And Diesel. A lot of young folks don't know about Diesel nowadays. Like Generation Z, they don't know about Diesel. Back in the day, the loud was anywhere from $25 to $60 a gram. And Diesel, which was the indica, it was anywhere, it was ranked with Perp. It was anywhere from, I say $50 a gram all the way up to 75, 85, almost $100 a gram. But niggas, if the weed man only had, if he get pounds and he on the last of his sack, the whole neighborhood want it from him, right? And it's Friday, it's payday. If he got 7 or 14 grams, a half an ounce or a quarter ounce left from his pound of that Diesel, he might sell it $100 a gram. And guess what? He gonna get it all off. Cause that Diesel, back then, you roll a blunt of that Diesel, you hit that shit 2-3 times and you straight. Same thing with the Perp. The Perp was even stronger. You hit it 1 or 2 times back then when it was Reggie. That shit was so strong, you hit it 1 straight. Right? You might not feel it right after you hit, like you'll feel it a little bit, but you might not feel that super high right after you hit it. You know what I'm saying? But if you hit it too many times and that shit set in, that Perp or that Diesel back in the day, have a nigga like every time you sit back or every time you close your eyes, it feel like you're going down a roller coaster. No matter how much you eat. One time, one of my old heads, he was double I, right? Imperial Vice Lord. Imperial Insane Vice Lord. I is Imperial Vice Lord, right? So it's I and double I. He was double I. The man had some perk. It was my first time smoking perk. I was like 14 or 15. Now I was 15. I was a freshman in high school. The man, he told me I ain't got to roll up nothing. I probably had about a quarter, 7 grams, or 5 or 7 grams or some wretched. He said you ain't got to roll up perk, right? And we rolled regular size blunts back then. We didn't roll fatties, but we didn't roll skimps. Man, I swear to God, this nigga took out a Swisher mini cigar. Still told the Swisher mini cigar down the side, so it wasn't much room for nothing in there. And I swear the man put the small pieces of perp all the way through it, and when he finished rolling it, that motherfucker was skinny than a pen leg. The pen leg that's inside of the pen that the ink go through, it was skinnier than that. He hit it a couple of times. He said, huh, little bro, you hit it. But only hit it a couple of times, man. You ever smoke perp? I said, nah. He said, man, well then hit it 1 or 2 times. You ain't gotta hit it 2 or 3 times. I said, man, I'm gonna hit it 3 times, 4 times. He said, man, alright. He said, you can go ahead and hit it that many times, but I'm telling you, bro, this shit is real. The perp, this shit smoking stronger than diesel. I didn't believe him. I hit that shit about 4 or 5 times. His wife was cooking. I was like, man, I'm gonna chill with you, big bro. I skipped school, right? I was like, I'm gonna chill with you, big bro. His wife was cooking. Next thing I know, this shit hit me out of nowhere. The perk just hit me out of nowhere. And this was like about 2007, 2008, one of them years, right? That perp hit me out of nowhere. I swear to God, I started sweating. I didn't have to close my eyes to feel like I was going down a roller coaster. Goddamn it, with my eyes open, sitting back, trying to breathe and cool down. I still felt like I was going down a roller coaster. The man fed me, his wife cooked and everything, a soul food meal. Goddamn it, I had rolls, lasagna, fucking green beans, and 2 different kind of meats. I think either like some ham or some shit like that. I ate all of that shit and needed another plate. Ate another plate, that shit still didn't stop. Back then, when we used to smoke with it was Reggie days back then, so everybody smoked Reggie, but when sometimes you get so high. Back then we used to promise God, I promise I never smoke again if you let this high go down. And true enough, soon as that high go down, we back smoking. You know what I'm saying? We just ain't smoking the perps and the diesels. Nowadays, you got all the science labs, you got farmers that's growing weed and making hybrid weeds and shit like that, and they'll say that they got diesel. But I swear to God, I ain't never tasted no diesel nowhere in the U.S., nowhere around the world like it used to be back in the day, 2005, 2006, 2007, 2008, in the early 2000s. Yeah, I'm my big sister, them, they millennium baby. And I'm in the generation right after them. You know what I'm saying? The first generation, they said wasn't gonna make it. But I say at least 70% of my generation made it. 30% is either incarcerated or dead. The next generation, my little sister generation after me, half of her generation dead, at least 50%. And she's the 50% that's alive and thriving in today's society. Generation Z, the generation that's now, man, it ain't. I feel like it ain't no hope for them. I done seen it's so much drill rap. Is rap drill rap from up north is taking over the whole motherfucking U.S. From the east to the west to even down south. And down south got gangster rap. We got our own style of rap. But most of the young dudes that's coming up down south that's rapping now, because the females that's coming up down south that's getting signed, that's gangster rapping, that's getting signed, they're gangster rapping. So the young niggas, they don't want gangster rap no more. Nah, they want to drill rap, kill rap. Drill rap is kill rap. You know what I'm saying? That's what I say. Drill rap is kill rap, because in drill rap, you're talking about killing people. You're talking about people that's dead. You're talking about disrespecting the dead. Man, in the generation and in the days that I was raised in, it don't matter what a nigga say to you. It don't matter who you into it with. You never disrespect a nigga's dead family, whether they white, black, Chinese, whatever. You never disrespect someone's dead family. Like if somebody said, you check somebody, my big head, look by that young nigga, and he said, yo mama, and you said back, nigga, yo mama, nigga, your mama so fat, she not obese, she's elephant. She's not obese, she's gigantic. She's not obese, she's infinite. And the nigga said, man, bro, I kill you, nigga. My mama dead. You know what we would say back then? My bad, bro. I ain't know your mama was dead. My bad, bro. Forgive me. Or accept my apology. Or, bro, I didn't mean it. Nowadays, this new generation, they don't care about your mom being dead, your grandma being dead. You like, my grandma dead or my mom dead. Don't you ever say my grandma's name or something like that. Nigga, like, nigga, I'd kill you, nigga. Fuck you, man. Young niggas nowadays, they like, fuck your grandma. And a lot of people don't believe it. I tell people, our kids are so fucked up nowadays because of electronics and the internet, social medias and shit, government propaganda. The rappers don't run hip hop, the government run hip hop. Why you think in hip hop it's more black people signed than white people? Because government propaganda, white supremacy. The government don't want to sign white artists that can rap good to the rap game because of the narrative they have to push. And the government knows, most likely, you know, it happens where a young white boy look up to a successful black man, or a young white girl look up to a successful black woman, or a young black female look up to a successful white woman, or a young black male look up to a successful white man. But mostly our kids look up to their skin color. So if all the successful black men are rappers and they rap about dancing with the devil, being on demon time, popping perks, even if they don't do it, popping perks, popping Adderall, doing cocaine, doing heroin, selling crack, then guess what? Most of the young black men that's coming up in that generation that's listening to music, that loves music, is gonna be influenced by it. That's why these rappers that's on social media with the check mark, if you got a check mark on social media next to your name, they call you an influencer because you have a mass projection of people following behind you, right? That love you, God damn it, that's even obsessed with you, or that likes you and that'll listen to you. So if these people will listen to you, right? If you got 1,000 people following behind you on social media, right? The government sign, the government. I mean, you get signed by a label, and the government is already fucking with that label because that label gives to the presidential campaigns, give to the White House, give to the police foundation, right? The government lets them know, hey, any artist you sign that's in here, want them to push the narrative of the new opioid that we just bought out. We just bought out a new opioid called fentanyl. We want them to push that. We want them to say they selling it, or we want them to say they doing it. If they don't do it and they don't want to say they sell it, if you can influence them or make them do it or make them want to do it, do that. Right? If we can't get them talking about it, we need them to fall asleep about it. Out in public, on social media. Right now, it's rappers falling asleep about it. They like this on their live. Man, what's up, y'all? What's up? That's how they is. You know how many times I saw Big Scar, Pooh Shiesty's cousin, be on live after he got signed to Gucci Mane and got some money, got that $50,000 being signed to Gucci Mane. You know how much of that money he spent on fucking Percocets and fake Percocets, and watch this. Government propaganda. Kodak Black used to tell us till the government locked them up. The feds came and got Kodak Black. Kodak Black had a little cartoon music video that looked like the Boondocks. Like the characters in it looked like the Boondocks, but one of the main character was Kodak Black, right? And he was talking about how the government is using them, and the government is using propaganda and using them to mislead the youth. Man, them folk gave Kodak Black a Fed charge out of the blue. Right? Came, picked them up on some old shit, bought it back up, and charged them. Kodak Black was facing life. When Kodak Black went in that motherfucker, he said, okay, y'all, I give up. I won't be against y'all. I won't talk against y'all to the youth. If you let me go right now, I'll actually push the youth to go further into the dark instead of further into the light. Watch this. President Trump pardoned Kodak Black. That way the feds, he can make good on this promise. The feds can't come and get him. The police can't come and get him in Florida. Nobody can touch him because he been pardoned by the president, right? What did Kodak Black start doing? He started coming out here to Memphis, fucking with them young niggas in North Memphis. Them young niggas in North Memphis, the gang members in North Memphis, them young niggas on meth. If they ain't on heroin, they on meth. He hanging around them. He done got on meth out here in Memphis. He a strong motherfucking individual though, because even though he on meth, he still brings out hits. He still brings out music weekly, bi-weekly, monthly. Like he's never fading away. Right? But he's always talking about what he say, young nigga got a habit, I'm a meth addict. He make the shit sound cool to Generation Z. So guess what? Even more young people is on meth because of Kodak Black. At first he was pushing them away. The government said, hell nah, nigga. We want you to push them towards the opioids. Towards the shit that'll kill them. If you're not gonna do it, we're gonna take everything away from you. He said, I'm not gonna do it. They took everything away from him. He didn't think they was gonna do it. He didn't think they had a way. Right? So when they took everything away from him, they made him sit in jail so long he ain't got money on his commissary books himself. And he's a famous big ass hip-hop rapper. He agreed to spread their propaganda, to keep pushing their narrative, to get young black men, make young black women addicted to pills and want to be a hoe or want to have hoe-like mentalities. Yeah, the government love Pooh Shiesty. Right? They locking his ass up for sure, but they love Pooh Shiesty. The only reason they locking Pooh Shiesty up is because, look, they told the nigga, and I bet they told everybody, look, we don't care. Like Diddy told Biggie, I don't care what you did in the streets. That don't make me look at you no difference. I still believe you a star. But what you did, what you used to do in the streets, it's game over for that. Right? Now it's time to just talk about this shit. Like you're still doing it to influence the youth to do it. So we can keep filling up these billion-dollar corporation jails that we done built and invested into. So we can make some residuals off of it. Right? So we can keep hiring polices and keep raising taxes on American citizens because we done hired some new police. And even though we got cars for them, we gonna raise taxes on these citizens and we gonna tell them, we just hired 20,000 new police officers for Memphis, Tennessee, and we gotta buy cars and equipment for them. So taxes are being raised. You ain't gotta buy no cars and equipment for them. You got it. Yeah, that's to keep us broke. Taxes being raised, offering in tithes in the church as far as money. That's why a church is a non-profit. A church is government propaganda. I didn't say the word or the Bible, but the church, the building, right? The building, the message that they push up in the church. You gotta tithe 10% of your money. No, God was talking about tithing 10% of your time. You got 24 hours in a day. You give 8 to 12 to a job. You give 4 to 6 to your family. You give 2 to 4 to yourself. You got 2 to 4 hours left. 10%. God wants you to give that time to him. Pray to him. Talk to him. Let him know what you're going through. Vent to him. God wants you to tithe 10% of your time. Money is not the most important thing. in this world. Time is. And if you misuse your time, you end up dead or you end up in jail. And I feel like jail is being dead. So to say it over, you end up either dead or you end up either dead. Like, and that's the that's that's the narrative that the government push. The reason why they hate Pooh Shiesty is because they told him to push the narrative, but he out here doing the narrative. Nigga, stop doing the narrative. Okay? We had to lock you up because you did it in front of everybody, right? Stop doing it. If you don't stop doing it, we'll take your life from you. And you'll never be rich again. You'll never make no money. You'll never have that much fame again. The nigga did it again. To the CEO. To Gu-wop. One of the people besides before Kodak Black that influenced my generation of selling dope and shit. One of his biggest hits, and like I said, I hated Gucci Mane, but all my friends liked it. And they played his mixtape so much to the point where I was brainwashed to like it. Back in the day, swing my dough, swing my dough. Yeah, them prices real low. I shout 18.5 every time they swing my dough, swing my dough, swing my dough. Yeah, them prices real low. He was straight trap music, dope boy, selling hard, selling work, straight out the trap. That's who Gucci Mane was. Back in my day, they used to call him and Waka Flocka resource rappers. When he bought Waka Flocka out, they had this meme that they made with a cartoon character Gucci Mane, cartoon character Waka Flocka, and they put them on a short yellow bus, and they had Waka Flocka saying, shout but shout it, shout but shout it, like on some retarded shit. Watch this though. All my friends that was in the hood, like I stayed in the hood, but I was disciplined. My grandma was on my ass. I couldn't drink. I was underage. I couldn't smoke weed. If I did smoke weed, I had to sneak and smoke weed, right? But all my friends who parents called my grandma mama, and all my friends who called my grandma grandma, like I did, they parents allowed them to smoke weed right there in the house, in front of them, whether it was apartment complex, small little 2 or 3 bedroom house. They parents allowed them to smoke right there in the house at the age of 13, 14, and 15. I'm talking about weed. Some of them parents were smoking weed with them. They parents would allow them to drink. Like I had a friend, his dad would allow him to drink. He would buy, if his son wanted to drink, he would buy him a half a pint of Burnett's Blue Top. But he say, you can only smoke in the house with me. If you gonna drink, leave and go around them drinking ass, drunk ass, older niggas that you be hanging around. I don't want to see you drink. But you my son, I give you anything so you ain't out here running around doing the wrong thing just to get a high. That's how it is in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Pooh Shiesty dumbass. I told y'all that 2 months ago when this shit first came out. I said, he wasn't in Memphis. He wasn't here. Right? His dad was here. Big 30 of them, all them came back here. Like I said, I stay in Cordova, the suburbs that that Pooh Shiesty stayed in with his parents. His parents got a house right up the street from here, where I'm staying at, where I'm sitting at right now. I'm sitting on my patio. They got the house right up the street. They had the feds in our neighborhood. And I'm just like, I didn't know what it was. I thought it was like a dope bust. You know what I'm saying? I said either it's somebody with a large amount of dope, like some keys of cocaine or some fentanyl or something like that, or some pound, like super large amount of pounds, or it's either somebody that's a fugitive, motherfucker done killed a lot of people or done raped some motherfuckers, and they want to be discreet when they come at them. They want to be discreet, but they want to be deep as hell, so he have no exit route. Them folks said were coming to lock up Pooh Shiesty dad, and they had warrants to search him and his wife's house. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, when I got on live, I told y'all, I said, man, look, and that was before it was verified. The first day or two it came out, I was like, man, look, I don't want to believe that. Pooh Shiesty just got out. Only a stupid, ignorant, self-worshiping, inconsiderate ass person would get out of jail after serving 5 years on a 10 or 12 year sentence and be on parole with an ankle monitor on, because I knew he had the ankle monitor on. I'm like, he got an ankle monitor on, he wouldn't do that. But we don't know yet. I said, we'll know in a couple of days when the news channels get a hold of this, right? Fuck around, the affidavit came out. The affidavit came out on it. I said, damn, this shit is true. You know what I'm saying? And then everybody was like, man, he gonna get off because Gucci Mane ain't snitching. Taking the third day. After, it was the third day after the robbery. Because that morning, Gucci Mane bought out a single, right? He bought out the single called Crash Dummy. When he bought out the single called Crash Dummy, what the fuck? Hold on, y'all. When he bought out the single called Crash Dummy, it was like he was giving a public statement. And watch this. It's pretty smart. People still saying he snitched, but he didn't snitch because he never went in the police station and gave this statement, right? Hold on, give me a second. He never went in the police. He said he never talked to the police. And he didn't talk to the police, right? But when he made the song for this shit, when he made the song for the hit, for a motherfucker robbing him and embarrassing him, making him feel like that he wasn't finna make it home to his family. Oh, Gucci Mane said, I'm finna bring out the song. Yeah, I ain't gonna talk to the police. But if they need the information from me, when I bring out this song, they'll know they ain't gotta come to me. They can just use the song in court. Just like they use his songs against him. His verse on First Day Out. People like, man, he disrespected Gucci on First Day Out. Watch this, y'all. He disrespected Gucci on First Day Out. Why Gucci Mane come to Texas when he called them and put himself in that situation? This what I'm gonna tell y'all. Y'all know how big Gucci Mane is. Gucci Mane, besides 3-6 Mafia, that's her from Memphis, the group 3-6 Mafia, right? Gucci Mane is the biggest gangster rapper, trap rapper that has ever existed. I mean, he's bigger than big. When it comes to gangster rap, motherfuckers say, ask any generation before Generation Z, who's your favorite gangster rapper? It's not that many gangster rappers, right? Who's your favorite gangster rapper? Most likely, my generation, generation after me, and the generation before me, my big sister and big brother generation, the millennium generation, is gonna say Gucci Mane. If they don't say Gucci Mane, they most likely gonna say somebody that is associated with Gucci Mane, like OJ the Juice Man, Frenchie, Waka Flocka, Slim Duncan. Rest in peace, Slim Duncan. You know what I'm saying? But he's the biggest of gangster rap. And this is what I told people. I said, Gucci Mane is so big, yeah, he fuck with his artists. But Gucci Mane don't know them folks' songs. And when Pooh Shiesty got out and he dropped the first day out, and Gucci Mane started to receive royalties checks for the first day out, I promise you, Gucci Mane is so much bigger than Pooh Shiesty, the one that signed Pooh Shiesty. He's so much bigger than his label, and he got a family now. I bet Gucci Mane never even listened to First Day Out. And after Pooh Shiesty robbed him and tried to force them to sign that contract, it's no longer allegedly. The feds say they got this shit on video. They got the actual video footage, right? When that shit happened, Gucci Mane, straight up, flat foot, I feel like he never even listened to First Day Out. I feel like, and he had so many artists. He didn't just have Pooh Shiesty, right? Gucci Mane take the time to learn all his songs, because those the songs that he have to perform on the stage. The only song that Gucci Mane is gonna take time to learn from his artists is they #1 single that he finna bring a remix out for and put his cell phone. The only song, and I guarantee you this, if you ask Gucci Mane today to name some Pooh Shiesty songs, I bet he can name them. But if you ask him to rap the hook or one verse from each song that he named, he wouldn't even be able to rap it. The only thing he'd be able to rap from Pooh Shiesty is the Pooh Shiesty and Lil Durk Back in Blood chant. My bad, not just the Back in Blood junk, but also the junk that Gucci got with Pooh Shiesty, that Shaq and Kobe junk. What is it called? 28 and 32. And Gucci was basically in a music video where they had the Back in Blood platinum records. He had one for Pooh Shiesty in the video. No, he had one total. He didn't have the one for Pooh Shiesty in the video. So the first one that they sent him, right, because they sent Pooh Shiesty a copy too, but they sent it to the label. But the first one they sent Gucci congratulated the man, bought him the scat Dodge Durango. Bought him the scat Dodge Durango, bought him the McLaren, right? And that wasn't just a reward for him going platinum, for him constantly going platinum as the only Gucci Mane artist that goes platinum. That wasn't just a reward. That was to draw and put Pooh Shiesty deeper into debt. Yeah, you owe me $2 million from the 100,000 that I signed you for. But if I add this $500,000, inflate the price, because that's what labels do. $500,000 worth cars, these two cars. Then I can put you further into debt. You ain't even climbed out to 2 million yet. And I just made it over 2 million. Right? So he rewarded him with that. And then he did a song with him called 24 and 32 or 32 and 24, whatever. Shaq and Kobe, basically. And they shot a music video to it. And Gucci Mane had Shiesty's platinum record inside that junk, the Back in Blood junk with him and Lil Durk. Basically saying that Pooh Shiesty was his Kobe. And ain't nobody on the label touching Pooh Shiesty besides him, because he was already out. He already built a rapport. He already built a fan base, right? He's at the top of his label. Ain't nobody touching Pooh Shiesty raps or can give Pooh Shiesty some competition on the label except for Gucci Mane. That's how he felt. Because besides Pooh Shiesty, the only motherfucker that's got platinum records, platinum singles on 1017 is Gucci Mane. It's Gucci Mane. He the only one. Y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel. Yep, so look, we got this this soundtrack from, we got the sound News Channel 24 here in Memphis, right? When Pooh Shiesty first went for a bond. No, when Pooh Shiesty trial date first got set, right? Before he went for a bond. We got that news clip, and then we got the news clip after he just went for the bond. I think it was on the 24th, 2 days ago. He actually had his court date for the bond, to put in the bond, to put in the statement, him and his attorneys, to put in the statement with the courts that they wanted a chance to get a bond like Big 30 and Pooh Shiesty's dad had got, right? But this the thing. Big 30 allegedly had a gun, had a Draco standing at the door, right? That's what they told us at first. But we know now, since the footage then came out, that it wasn't Big 30. It was one of the other Chopper Gang associates, right? And we saw that Big 30 wasn't the one that had the duffel bag. Now, if he's the one that went out there and bought the duffel bag, we don't really even know. As far as we know, that's just hearsay. But in the footage, in the video still shots that the news stations and shit was showing from the Fed's affidavit, that they actually have video when they were basically when Pooh Shiesty went out for the bond, the Feds hit back, right? And they wrote up I believe a 64 or 68 page affidavit to the judge about why Pooh Shiesty shouldn't be granted bond. Why he shouldn't be granted bond. And one of It's because he's a danger to his community. He's a danger to the society, right? And then they brought up his past, what he served time for, robbing the shoe man out there in Florida or wherever the fuck that was, robbing the shoe man. Yeah, that was Miami. Robbing the shoe man, the white boy that sells shoes online, custom, uh, exclusive limited edition Jordans and Air Force Ones, right? Instead of him giving the white boy 60,000, he let these motherfucking chopper gang niggas, man, we ain't gotta give them shit, man. Keep your 60,000, man. We gonna take that. Yeah, man, here go to Draco, nigga. We got plenty of guns. Here he go. Everybody like, oh, he's such a gangster. That nigga sent out. That nigga sent out. His first charge, Pooh Shiesty's first charge. First big charge for some attempted murder type, aggravated robbery, aggravated burglary type shit. His first charge was a send out charge. Yeah, Pooh Shiesty didn't contact that man planning to rob him. But he still got these niggas from the hood with him that's got that devilish motherfucker mentality. It don't matter how much money you get them type of niggas. Certain friends that I got that's affiliated, that's real, that's on real demon time, that done serve time for killing niggas and robbing niggas and shooting through niggas' families' houses and setting niggas' family houses on fire. Those friends that I got that's in jail, guess what? They don't stay in jail. The ones that I got that done served their time and that's out of jail, guess what? I don't allow them to hang around me, to come around me. Now I will go around them and hang for a minute, right? Even throw them a couple of dollars. Bruh, here go you 100, here go you 100, here go you 100. I love y'all, man. Y'all be safe, nigga. Man, dog, and stay out the way of the fucking police. And I get the fuck up out of there. But as far as them coming to my house, knowing where I stay at in the suburbs, being around my family, spending the night over my house, they will never. I said Gucci Mane should have known. The nigga called himself Pooh Shiesty. He called himself Pooh Shiesty. He's a deceiver. The name Pooh probably comes from his childhood. Like Winnie the Pooh, right? When you think of Pooh, you think of Winnie the Pooh, or you think of the female Pooh, or you think of your old drunk uncle that everybody called Uncle Poo Poo in the family, right? But all three of those things or that you're thinking of, or whichever one of those three things that you're thinking of, all of it is soft. So when you think of Pooh, you think of soft, you think of gentle, you think of kind, you think of nice because of what Winnie the Pooh, right? I had a cousin, rest in peace, Edward III. When he was a toddler, when he was a kid, he was so nice, always smiling. A delicate kid, never liked to fight. If motherfucker hit him, a kid hit him his size, he fall out on the ground and hold his face and just be like, oh. And they hit him again on the other side. He like, crying and shit. Right? He was soft. He was gentle. So all the aunties and uncles in the family called him, instead of Winnie the Pooh, they called him Pooh Bear. The Pooh on the front of his name It may be a childhood nickname, but the Pooh is on the front of Shiesty to deceive you. He wants you to feel that when you see him smiling, when you see him talk nice and put on this fake ass persona, he wants you to draw in. He wants you to engage with him. He wants you to fall in love with him. He wants you to fall in love with Pooh. He wants you to engage with Pooh. He wants you to talk to Pooh. He wants you to let Pooh in. Just so Shiesty can stab you in the back, can rob you, can hurt you. Nigga named Pooh Shiesty. How you put a soft name with a tough name? How you put a soft name with a tough name? Yeah, my uncle, he big folk, right? He big GD. He said that every one of his niggas out there in Texas, because he out there in Fort Worth. My little sister was out there in San Antonio. I think she done moved now. He said every nigga that he talked to, you know what I'm saying? Because they fly business in the jail into the streets. And they fly business from the streets into the jails for superior niggas so they can know what's going on with the people that's up under them outside of the jail. He said every nigga he talked to, they said, yeah, Pooh Shiesty up in there. But the nigga stay in his cell mostly. He don't come out. He quiet. He stay to himself. He a scary ass nigga. Said them Crips wanted to get at him. And the Muslims talked the Crips out of it. When he was just locked up for the Florida shit, before he just got out on parole with the ankle monitor. I didn't believe my uncle, so I asked the internet. And it's multiple niggas that's just like my uncle, that's connected on the inside, that's taking interviews all across YouTube, that's saying, and nigga, it's one nigga that was locked up with Pooh Shiesty, an older head. He said Pooh Shiesty wasn't about that life up in there. Quiet ass, soft ass nigga. And I told y'all the only reason, if he did rob Gucci Mane about 2 months ago, when we didn't know if it was true, before it came out true the next day or the next 2 days, it wasn't allegedly no more, right? Pooh Shiesty and his dad and all them had got locked up, so we knew it was true once the feds came after them, right? This old head is on there saying he wasn't about their life. Pooh Shiesty was paying niggas with commissary and shit just so he could stay out the way. Just so he could stay out the way. Yeah, but when he get out here on the streets, motherfucker like, oh, this nigga done served time. He tough. Nigga, just cause you serve time, nigga, don't mean you tough, nigga. Yeah, nigga, it's some tough niggas that's serving time, nigga. But if you wasn't tough out here on the streets, there's some pussy ass shit out here on the streets to land you in jail, where you have to serve some time, nigga. Just cause you landed yourself in jail doing some shiesty ass or weak ass shit out here on the streets, nigga, don't mean you tough. That don't make me believe you're tough when you come out. And I told y'all, I said, I just can't believe it. He just came out. And who Gucci Mane is? And he was the #1 artist on Gucci Mane's label. So no matter if you did feel like you was bamboozled, nigga, you got the most out of every artist, nigga. You had a McLaren, nigga. Gucci ain't gave nobody else no McLaren. You had the Scat Pat Dodge Durango. Nigga, Gucci is shit. The only nigga that's got some whips is Big Walk Dog. Cause his uncles in them and his dads and them folks out there in Mississippi, they been having money. Shit, all my family out there in Mississippi, them folk got money. Them folk don't trust banks. They barely got banks out there. Them folk putting their money in the flow. Them folk buying old school, putting their money in cars, buying old school dunks, putting them hoes on 6s, 8s, fucking 30s. Come on, man. I said, man, if he did that shit to Gucci Mane with an ankle monitor on, the only reason I could think of him doing that shit is because he want to go back to jail. Because he got him a boyfriend when he was up in there. Yeah, I said this shit 2 months ago when the story first came out. I said, now if he did this shit, I don't know what to think, but I don't want to believe he did it. If he did do this shit, the only reason I could think that he would do that right after getting out of jail, the reason that most niggas that be in the hood, they get out of jail and they land themselves right back in, whether they kill somebody, they get back out and kill somebody else to go back in. If they rob somebody, they get out and rob somebody else just to go back in. Because they done been in there so long and they done got some of that boy back, or the boy done got some of they back, or they done got some of that boy mouth, or the boy done got some of their mouth, right? The only reason you would come out of that type of situation and want to go back in is because you like what's going on inside. You're a famous rapper. They say it's a rumor out online that's saying that you got 4 females in Texas that's on Facebook live. Go live with all 4 of them going live with each other, arguing about who you love the most. And if I could have joined their live, if they already knew me, if I could have joined live, I would have came in their live and told them, hey, look, he don't love now one of y'all the most. Y'all need to get your kids check that you just had by them, and you need to get your downloads checked, your Hello Kitties checked. Because that nigga loves boy back. That's why he got out, and after seeing all 4 of y'all, after seeing all 4 of you beautiful women, he decided to rob Gucci Mane when he didn't have to. He decided to force Gucci Mane to sign him out the contract when he didn't have to. Right? Gorilla is ugly to me. Glorilla is ugly to me. Right? Her makeup, the way they do her makeup, her nose is round. Right? But the middle part, it's not like mine's, it's like real big. Like Michael Jackson shit would have been if he didn't get that nose surgery. Right? So she getting her makeup done now at Sephora. So they do the little tone and shit on the side, right? To make her nose look slim. Right? And now all the young niggas saying, man, Gorilla so fine. Gorilla so fine. Nigga, Gorilla is ugly. Look up an old picture of her. Gorilla is ugly, nigga. That's makeup. And when she fall asleep, nigga, if that ain't the expensive shit that don't rub off when she falls asleep next to you, and her face rub on that pillow a couple of times, or her face rub on your chest, your shirt, chest part a couple of times, when you wake up, nigga, and all them little lines and shit that they done drew with the makeup around her nose and shit is gone, and you wake up and she do look like a gorilla, a bright-skinned, white-back gorilla, screaming and running and looking for a weapon. Nigga, that hoe ain't pretty. Sorry about that, gorilla. That female ain't pretty. Because I don't think you a hoe. I just think you just a ugly female. Right? Pooh Shiesty was just in the booth with you. And you had your mask on. If anybody from my generation remember, Jim Carrey had a movie called The Mask. right? He was kind of, his personality as a regular person, he was intimidated by people and he had low self-esteem. But when he put on that mask, he had pizzazz. He had jazz. You heard me? I'm smoking. That's what he used to say, right? He put on that mask, that wooden green mask. It would sink into his face and his face would be green. And he had the yellow suit on, right? He would feel confident and beautiful. That mask come off, he feel ugly. The same thing with Gorilla. But you in the booth with her, you in the studio with her, right? You probably seen all 4 of your little new baby mamas before you saw her. But she was one of the first pieces of pussy that you saw, and she was a famous piece of pussy, and she was a rich piece of pussy. And you still put yourself in a situation to try to rob a nigga that you know this shit is gonna go public and it's gonna land you back in jail. Nigga, Gorilla couldn't even make you stay out of jail. Fuck the baby mamas. The one that's really ugly that everybody say that all the young niggas is saying that is fine because Sephora them putting them lines on her nose to make her nose look slim. Right? And putting a whole goddamn a layer of makeup this thick on her face. And making her, like I seen her talking live to her mom. Her face was so fucking damn near white with the makeup. Her arms and shit was red though. I'm like, they got her face high yellow and her arms and her legs and shit is red. With the lace front wig on. Man, all this shit come off, you like, I don't know why I'm with you. I don't know what made me get with you. Yeah, you know what made you get with her. That Sephora makeup. Them lines on her nose that made her nose look slim. Them fake ass eyelashes, cause she ain't really got no good iron in her body. All of that. Goddamn it, old baby mamas. The ones that's arguing over you right now. I don't believe that all 4 of them is your baby mama. You probably got 1 or 2 of them pregnant when you came out. But because that 1 or 2 is pregnant and all 4 of them is on social media and they know where each other at, the one pregnant is telling the 1 or the 2 that's pregnant that they pregnant too. Right? Because they don't want to feel lesser than the other person. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm sorry, women of Texas that love Pooh Shiesty. That nigga love boy back. Right? And watch this. Before we get into the sound clip. His dad is a snitch. Big 30 is a snitch. Now, I got a problem with his dad being a snitch, but I don't got a problem with Big 30 being a snitch. The reason why I don't got a problem with Big 30 being a snitch, because Big 30 had a pristine record. And he sat there and came with his friend to Texas, right? Whether he knew or not that they was gonna rob Gucci Man, right? And I believe he knew. Shiesty shouldn't have never got him into that situation, shouldn't have never brought that up to him. Because he know out of everybody, out of anybody, if he bring anything to Big 30, Big 30 is gonna ride. Man, he done known Big 30 since them niggas was probably in kindergarten. I don't think they was in the same class, but they went to the same elementary school together, went to the same middle school together, and the same high school together. These niggas, at the age of, I believe, 7 and 8, these niggas was on people's court. Asian woman, the Caucasian judge, I love her so much. I just can't remember her name. Miss Merle, some shit, Marvel. It's some shit like that. It sounds like that. It's feeling like it sounds like that to me. But yeah, they was on people's court together, right? And the white judge, the white woman, that was the judge. She asked Pooh Shiesty. You know what I'm saying? He didn't even have all his teeth. Big 30 didn't even have all his teeth, because you know when you that young, your teeth are constantly falling out. You know what I'm saying? To grow back in your grown-up teeth, right? Ask them, how long have y'all known each other? They was kids then. Pooh Shiesty said, since we was kids. Everybody in the court laughed. She like, this your best friend? Right? Pooh Shiesty was on one side as like the defendant, and Big 30 was on the other side as like the victim. You know what I'm saying? But it was just all fun and games. These folks have known each other since a kid, so you knew he was gonna ride with you. You knew that he had a deal on the table for him to sign. A 7-figure deal. The biggest deal that he's ever got, because he signed to Moneybagg Yo for $20,000. Moneybagg Yo signed him for $20,000. Nothing. But he made something from it. You know what I'm saying? And you'll call him up and say, bro, come fuck with me, bro. Come fuck with me, bro. Man, dog, I'm finna get out here to Texas. I'm finna call Gucci up. And I swear to God, man, if he don't let me out the contract, I might just have to. You know what I'm saying? Not telling him the whole story, but he like, bro, I'm finna come up there. This man ain't finna, this nigga is, I'm not finna let this nigga wig out. Right? And then, when he get into it with Gucci, man, bro, look, I really brought you here because you finna let me out this contract. Big 30, as his nigga, as his hood nigga, he's standing by and he's looking and he's like, this is just happening. He don't know it's premeditated. Pooh Shiesty, this situation for Pooh Shiesty was premeditated. He thought about everything he was gonna do, everybody he was gonna call, what he was gonna tell him. Man, I'm gonna tell 30, I just need him to come down here, man, and vibe out with me in the studio. I'm gonna get Gucci out here and shit, because I can't tell that I'm gonna fucking rob Gucci, because I know he gonna try to talk me out of it and say, nah, bro, that ain't the way, bro, and all of that type shit. You know what I'm saying? So you lured your best friend out here that got a 7-figure deal and then put him in the situation. Like I said 2 months ago when it first came out, I said, man, I hope they allow Big 30 to get out on bond. I hope that Big 30, whatever they need, he tell them everything that he fucking knows and they let him go. And I said, shame on you, Pooh Shiesty, for getting who's supposed to be your best friend involved in this shit. If I get involved in some shit like that, I'm going to call some guys and some niggas and shit, but I'm not going to call my best friend. Because when I get locked up, my best friend is the person that I'm going to be able to call on from behind them walls. When my family turn their back on me, when my spouse and them turn their back on me, when my loved ones turn their back on me because I done did something out of character, out of their character. I done did some shit that they just don't fuck with. On some street shit, because they not street. Instead of accepting me for who I am. Knowing that I was raised in the streets. Knowing that I was raised in poverty. Your ass didn't come pick me up and bring me out of poverty and show me a part of your life. You didn't do that for me. So what the fuck make you think that I'ma be okay with it? That I'ma be cool with it? Y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel. Yeah, but and then another thing I said, and I'm gonna end it with this. Another thing I said was, if Pooh Shiesty robbed Gucci Mane, Pooh Shiesty deserved life. If he robbed Gucci Mane out there in Texas, he deserved life. Because being out there in Texas, being locked up in Texas before, nigga, you should know the Texas law. And now Texas judges are handing out life sentences for anything aggravated, whether it's aggravated burglary. It ain't got to be aggravated robbery. It ain't got to be aggravated assault. If it's aggravated burglary, ain't nobody there when you break in the car. Ain't nobody there when you break in the building. But you use force. You bust the glass, or you broke a door off, or you unscrewed the screws to the hood or the trunk. You dismantled it. It don't look the same as it did before you touched it. That's aggravated. I said, I hope if he did that to Gucci Mane, I hope they lock his ass up for life. And I said, not only do I hope, I know if he did that to Gucci Mane, Texas gonna hand him the motherfucking book. They done handed every other young black dude the book. Especially the ones that's aggressive, that's got criminal records, like Carmelo Anthony. He ain't even had no criminal record. He didn't deserve that. He ain't never did shit like that in his life before. Pooh Shiesty, he done did shit like that. He already done shot 2 motherfuckers before he even robbed the nigga and shot at the nigga that he took the shoes from, which landed him in jail. He got out of jail, he robbed Gucci, put the gun to Gucci head. Motherfucker saying Gucci cried, oh, he ain't no gangster. Nigga, Gucci wasn't no gangster, nigga, after he came out, nigga, the feds, this last time he was locked up, nigga. When he was in there, he was fucking with the Muslims. Because when he got out, his platinum chains, the charms on the motherfucker, them big ass charms on the motherfuckers was unks. It was the unk charm. The Ankh symbol charm, an Egyptian symbol that's inside of the pyramids that represent the female gods. That's what he was wearing. The first song he bought out after he got out, his first day out song, Gucci Mane Jump, it was positive. Gucci Mane barely cursed in that motherfucker. And then look, he told us in the song, I had to switch it up. I had to get my health better. The nigga went in with a pot belly. The nigga came out with a 6-pack. Not because he's a clone, but because he learned discipline in there with Muslims. That's who protected him. When he came out, he had a 6-pack, right? He had a positive ass song with no cursing on it. They didn't have to bleep none of his words out on that motherfucker. Right? And he wrote a fucking book. Now, he probably didn't write the book himself, but he bought out a fucking book. That showed you that Gucci Mane was stepping to the next level. Watch this. The $3 million that he gave his wife, Keisha Dior, when he went in, she didn't even spend it on herself and the kids. You know what she did? She invested it into the companies or companies that she had, and she made it double. She turned $3 million into $7 million. And when he got out of jail, that was the first gift he got, $7 million from his wife, from the $3 million that he gave her, right? They already had a baby, right? He spent a year in jail in the feds, right? When he got all of them gifts from his wife, He committed and vowed to her. They had a big wedding ceremony. He put another baby in her. Now he got 2 babies, a wife. Nigga, he gotta think about them. He gotta think about them. Your man don't care about no motherfucking career. He just like Yo Gotti. Yo Gotti don't care about his motherfucking rap career. Yo Gotti been flopped in rap. All he care about now is signing younger artists and making them big off of his reputation, off of his influence. That's what he care about. Y'all like the video and subscribe to the channel. But let's listen to some of this clip from my guy. Hold on, I'm gonna play this so y'all can hear. He was denied bond. Right? After Pooh Shiesty did that shit, like went for bond after Big 30 and his dad went for bond. When he went for bond this week, right? And it just came out that he went for bond. You heard his bond was denied.
I'm Ruben Diaz. Here's your ABC 24 News update. The federal trial involving this rapper Pooh Shiesty has now been pushed back until February of 2027. Court documents show that Shiesty, whose real name is Lontrell Williams Jr., will now be tried alongside his father, rapper Big 30, and several others in Dallas. Prosecutors accused the...
Y'all heard what he said? Memphis well-known rapper Pooh Shiesty. Bond has been denied. But watch this though. He will be tried next to his father, Big 30, and other group members of his little gang called Chopper Gang. Now watch this. He said that the news guy, this is News Channel 24 here in Memphis. We got News Channel 3, right? Which is our second top news channel. We got News Channel 13, which is our first top news channel. Fox 13. Fox is always #1. We got ABC 24 News, and then we got News Channel 3 is WREG. We got something WNBC or some shit like that for News Channel 30. Right? So we got news channels here. This is News Channel 24. And they saying that he finna be tried against his dad and Big 30. Now his dad is too old, and his wife sitting in there talking to him, sitting at the house talking to him, saying, that's our son, that's our baby, we love him, but you gotta let him go. Man, you only got so much time to live on this earth. You gotta let him go. Whatever you got to say to get yourself out of this situation, do it. Big 30, he's gonna do whatever the fuck he's gotta do, because his family is in this earth. His grandma, everybody that was happy for him and his rapping success here in Memphis that spread it outside of Memphis. They like, nigga, he wouldn't take no charge for you, don't take no charge for him. So watch this. This is the reason why the feds let his dad out on bond and let Big 30 out on bond. Because they knew that he would challenge for a bond, right? They wanted him to challenge for a bond because they wanted to deny him, right? And even though these guys out on bond, the feds want them to taste freedom again, so they can know what they losing if they don't take a plea deal and make a statement against Pooh Shiesty so he can be locked up for the rest of his life. This is what they do. Watch this. They said that they didn't let Pooh Shiesty get a bond his criminal record. His dad is older than him, and his dad got a criminal record. Big 30 is the only one out of Chopper Gang in Pooh Shiesty's circle that doesn't have a criminal record. And Pooh Shiesty didn't start off with a criminal record, right? But coming to see Big 30 in the hood, he hung with Big 30 neighbors, the young hood niggas, more than Big 30 did. To where Big 30 not in the house no more playing the game system. Want to be in the house playing the game system. We want to be out with the older guys playing basketball off the curb. So now that's making Big 30 really want to hang with his friend. You know what I'm saying? And his friend mind on something else. On some stupid shit. But yeah, let's play this junk.
Group of carrying out an armed takeover and holding rapper Gucci Mane at gunpoint in January. Investigators allege that Shiesty forced a victim to sign a recorded contract release while armed with an AK-style pistol. He has remained in custody since April after a judge ruled he was a flight.
Yeah, shout out to Aaron's .48, Big 30 brother, Lil 20 is hood certified. He definitely hood certified. Them folks from our neighborhood called Binghampton, and the worst project in Binghampton is the Red Oaks. That's where they from. One way in, one way out. That's where they from. That's where Pooh Shiesty used to come to hang with Big 30. But as a kid, he got caught up in the wows and the oohs and ahs of the big dope boys here in Memphis. Big dope boys, they don't like to put their shit on 24s and 22s no more. 26s no more. They going 28s or 30s, and they cutting the fenders so the 30s or the 28s can fit. They got bubble Chevys riding as high as pickup trucks lifted 2 inches. They got bubble Chevys and old schools lifted that high, sitting on 30s and 28s, and then they done customized the doors and got the doors like lifting up like Lamborghini doors instead of swinging open like they supposed to. Yeah, they was influenced by that type of shit. So they always want to be the robbers and the drug dealers and shit. And that shit gets you nowhere but a boyfriend for the rest of your life, because that's what you're going to be locked up with, nothing but boys. Young man.
New data shows that pedestrian crashes remain a serious concern across Shelby County. Now, while the number of...
Let me see. Where my guy at?
Nobody wins with a family.
That's not it. Sorry, y'all. Okay, here it is.
Oh my God. Pooh Shiesty's legal
Shout
team
out to
is
my
fighting
brother
for him to get released
in the
on
Senate,
bond after
1090
not only
Jake.
Pooh Shiesty's dad, but Big 30 were released from the feds.
Y'all like the
now,
video,
they're obviously
subscribe to
on
the
like
channel.
home detention, ankle bracelets, whatever, right? It's very strict, but they're free. Pooh Shiesty, his legal team put in a request for the same treatment, and they clapped back with 65 pages of get the f out of here.
Didn't I tell y'all? They denied that man bond. Yeah, you ain't getting bond. Now watch what he say.
You want to make hundreds of dollars from your phone for free? There's a bunch of new games you get paid to play on free cash where you can make a quick 10 or really lock in and make $500. And all you have to do to sign up for a free account is scan the QR code on the screen or go to the link in the description of this video and pinned in the comments section. Signing up, you'll get a free $10 bonus, and from what I heard, Match Masters is one of the highest on free cash right now. So if you've got some time to kill and genuinely just enjoy phone games, go ahead and make you some free cash. According to the homies at No Jumper, new court filings say Pooh Shiesty poses danger to the community, claims he has shot at least 2 people, opposes bond, and should remain in jail.
Government says rapper Pooh Shiesty.
Yeah, see? The Fed said that he done shot at least 2 people. He's a danger to his community, and he should remain in jail, not be given a bond.
He is simply too
Watch what he
dangerous
say
to be
about
out
Merle
on bond.
Purvis.
The rapper's real name is Lontrell Williams Jr. He is asking to be released on bond ahead of his trial. You may remember he and 8 other men, including his father, are accused in the January robbing and kidnapping of his record label owner, Gucci Mane. The other defendants, including Shiesty's father and rapper Big 30, they're already out on bond. But here's this new filing. Prosecutors argue Shiesty should not
This lady speaks in slow
be
motion.
allowed out under any circumstance.
Yeah, I heard tonight, DJ. He said, this lady speaks in slow motion. Man, she's an old woman. That's one of our oldest anchors, news anchors here in Memphis from News Channel 3. One of our top news channel, our second top news channel. Her name is Merle Purvis. Right? And she done got old now. She probably in her late 60s, early 70s. And she's reading a prompt. And they're moving it slow in our news stations because they want everybody to be able to understand.
You know, I had every intention on playing that video, but this is my first time listening to it, and I just can't get past how slow she speaks. So I'm just gonna read y'all the documents because we got shit to do today. We ain't got listening to this lady barely get through what she's talking about. Now, this is Pooh Shiesty's motion for de novo review, or basically just to get out of the feds. Now, the introduction is going to be talking about how he got hit with this
Y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel.
Extortion case on Lagooch. We already know that, right? But it would state he was arrested on April 1st, and nearly 3 months after the alleged incident, he was later indicted on April 28th. Throughout that entire period, he was on electronic monitoring. His location was known to law enforcement around the clock, and he did nothing to evade scrutiny. He made every check-in he passed it.
His location was known by authorities around the clock, and he did nothing to invade scrutiny, right? So basically, you got an ankle monitor on, right? You're supposed to be in a certain area all day. You're supposed to check in with your probation officer. Soon as you leave out of that area and they see that you done went way out of that area, you done went into the next district or 2 districts over in the city or the county that you're supposed to be in, they call you. The probation officer call you. No, the probation office calls you and tell you you're not supposed to be out. You're not supposed to be that far. And you had a studio session. You're at the studio with Gucci and your dad is with you. You got a studio session with Gucci, the man that you signed to, and they like, still, you got to get your ass home. You tell the motherfucking probation office, okay, you're gonna. But guess what? You can't cut that ankle monitor off or take it off. You hang up from them folks and like, fuck them folks. And they see that. They see that because they see you still in the same fucking place for at least 30 minutes, an hour and 30 minutes. We're going to say an hour or an hour and 30 minutes after, because that shit took time. You had to wait on Gucci and all of that shit. Y'all left, Gucci came, and then Gucci had to wait on y'all. Right? Gucci had to wait on y'all. Fuck around. Y'all didn't make it back in time before the damn studio owner made it for Gucci Man. and opened up the studio for Gucci Man to let him in the building so he's not outside as a sitting duck in his vehicles, or he's not outside uncomfortable and hot, because it's hot in Texas. In the summer, it's hot in Texas, and it's not like Memphis. Memphis is hot and humid, so you're wet. Texas is hot and dry. So you're gonna be hot, you're gonna sweat, but everything that you sweat out in Texas, you're gonna lose that. Like, your body's not gonna get nothing back from your sweat. Like, here in Memphis, you're gonna sweat all day. There in Texas, you're gonna sweat in the hot, and then when the heat get real dry, and the sun rays start lowering to the ground, that shit's gonna dry up your sweat, dry up your mouth. You'll be a dry ass person out there without no fluids. So you done went to the wrong place. You done violated your motherfucking parole, your probation, or whatever the fuck they wanted to call it then. You done violated that, and then you done violated it with confidence. And you think the probation office or your probation officer is supposed to respect you because of your rap name and your rap career. Nigga, your rap career been on hold for a minute. You gotta do some things before they start respecting you for your rap career. The probation office, yeah, they gotta know you really doing this shit. Then they start to give you leeway. Yeah, we'll let you go out as long as you call us, but you'll have to keep your ankle monitor on. You can take a tour around the U.S., around the world, as long as you keep that ankle monitor on and call us and let us know ahead of time where you're going, where you're gonna be. And if we approve it, then you can go. Which means some of his tour dates is gonna be canceled. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not gonna let him go too far, right? Nothing overseas they're gonna let him do. They'll let him do shit around the U.S., nothing too far from Texas. So if you want to go to Maine, New York, Detroit, Chicago, no. You can go anywhere down south, my nigga. Or you can go to California, where we close to, Vegas, where we close to. Where if you make the wrong move, or you kill somebody or hurt somebody or aggravated rob somebody or some shit like that, another charge that's similar to what you're already charged with, will be able to come and get you right away, or contact U.S. Marshals, Feds, DEA, CIA, that's got a base or a headquarters in whatever area you're in to come pick you up. Because the feds don't work with local police unless they have to. Here they working with local police, but not just regular local police. They working with the task force. They working with a special task force that's on the police regiment there in Texas that actually did investigation on Pooh Shiesty and Gucci Man to see if this shit was really true. Subpoena phone records and all of that type shit. So yeah, man, somebody like Pooh Shiesty, I don't want to see him free. I don't want to see him back here in Memphis. I want him to sit in that cell for damn near the rest of his life so he can understand and get what the fuck he did wrong. Because again, he did this shit on purpose. Right? And if you gonna be a gangster, my nigga. But certain shit that represents symbolism, that represent the family, that's a heirloom and shit like that, you don't take that type of shit from people. Take Gucci Mane chain, take his watch, right? They gonna track it anyway, but don't take his fucking wedding ring. That's something his wife gave him. Just like if you rob his wife, take her money, take her purse, but don't tell her to give you her wedding ring off her motherfucking finger. That's something that's sacred. See, and when you crossed them lines and you took that wedding ring, his wife was mad. And if he anything of a man, anything of a husband, anything of a father, and his wife is mad about that wedding ring that she bought him, that's $500,000, that's $250,000 or $200,000, $150,000. If she's mad, it's his job as a husband, as a man, as a father to their children to correct that, to make her feel better. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, he corrected that. He didn't make a statement like she wanted him to. His security made statements. That was good enough for him, right? But he told everybody in the US, everybody around the world, what happened through a song. And motherfuckers say he's snitching. Listen, that's a husband, a father, and a superb businessman that's been reinvented and found redemption through incarceration. And when he got out, he showed us that redemption he found, right? Yeah, that man ain't a businessman. That man ain't the old Gucci that he was before he went into jail. The trap Gucci, the drink and serve Gucci, the sip and serve and all this shit. Now he got something to live for. He got some kids. See that Gucci back then? He was a gangster, but he was a super ruthless gangster. Why? Because he was a gangster because he was from the street. He was super ruthless because he didn't have a female that he was committed to. He didn't have a wife. He didn't have any kids back then. So it's just for him. He living just for him. His thoughts are just for him. Saying he'll never snitch and all of that type of shit, it's just for him. But now, his thoughts are for his family. You know what I'm saying? Y'all like the video, subscribe to the channel. We gonna come back later on tonight. I'm finna get ready to probably take an hour nap. I gotta be to work in about 2 hours, right? So yeah, 9 to 5. We not monetized yet, so we ain't stopping the 9 to 5, right? So don't y'all forget to subscribe to the channel, because soon as we can monetize, I can be with y'all all day. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to work that 9 to 5. Being a YouTube partner will be my 9 to 5. But y'all know what this is. This is Blocstarr Imis Analytics. What are we? We are Blocstarr Analysts. What did we just do? We just analyzed the fuck out of this shit, right? Don't forget to like the video, comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. Become a part of the family. Listen, man, you've been chilling with yours truly, Blocstarr Imis, all the way from Memphis. Don't you forget me. I love you, chat.